Hi guys, today we're going to be making a really fun one-layer card. We're just going to be using 3 inks. I have Heidi Swapp ink here in Mint, 2 Stampin' Up inks, Lavender Lace and Cameo Coral. Also 2 stamp sets. We're going to be using Fanciful Feathers from Wplus9 and Big Day stamp set from Stampin' Up, and we're just going to be using the sentiment right here. You're going to need a couple clear blocks. You're going to need a small piece of white cardstock for the sentiment. And here I have a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. It's cut right in half the long way. And when you fold this in half at 5.5 inches, you get a 4.25 by 5.5 inch card. It's going to be top folding. And we're also going to be using a blender pen. This is just one that I have. And you also need some foam tape or some kind of adhesive. So let's get started. So the stamps that I'm going to be using are these 3 feathers in the center. And I've already got a couple of them mounted up here. Now on my card base I did make a small mark right in the center, and that's going to help me line up each of these. And you may want to put a mouse pad or a stamp cushion just underneath your cardstock. So I'm going to put this up towards the center and upside down. And I'm going to open the card and I'm going to stamp in the inside since I have all my stuff out. And I'm just going to stamp right about here. Okay. And then I'm going to be stamping next with the mint ink. And I love these Heidi Swapp inks. I really wish they would still sell them. I only bought one and then I went back the next week to buy more and they were totally gone. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this one just a little to the side. And no worries, if you end up getting one of these feathers too far out or too close, you can always trim off a little bit of your cardstock, just like, you know, and that will help. And while I have this out, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the inside of my card here. And now I have my last feather here. And you could stamp another feather just up the side here. I think I'm going to add something else to the inside though. And then I decided I thought it would be fun to add these little splatter marks from the Gorgeous Grunge set. And I'm just going to stamp these right on the inside. I'm going to stamp these in purple and just stamp them right over the top. Just like that, just for a little something fun on the inside of the card. Better add a little bit more over here, just kind of looks odd. Okay, so there's the inside of the card. And since we have our stuff out, I'm going to go ahead and stamp some feathers right on my envelope here. So that makes for kind of a fun envelope. Very colorful. Okay, so next we're going to be using our blender pen, and we're going to use each of our colors of inks. So I'm just going to take a little bit of each color and put it on the end of my acrylic block here. And you could use a piece of plastic or just anything non-porous. So to save some time, I've already stamped the sentiment here from Big Day. I stamped this with VersaFine ink and embossed it with clear embossing powder. And now we're just going to take our blender pen and color this sentiment in. So to do that, you just take a little bit of the color on the pen, you just pick it up and you color right onto your image. So here's the finished sentiment. And you might notice that I did go ahead and I folded this into like a little banner. And I just put this on my scoreboard and I scored these about 1/8 of an inch apart, and then I folded it like so. Then I just went ahead and cut a little V on the side to make a little banner. And I did get some ink right here, so I'm going to use this splatter stamp again. Okay, now it's finished. So here's our card front, and I'm just going to be placing the sentiment right here. And I'm just going to pop this up with a little bit of foam tape. I'm going to put some in the center. That will help keep it balanced there. Then I'll just use a little bit of the Tombow glue. So I think I'm going to go ahead and corner around the top with my corner chomper and the 1/2 inch one. So here's our finished card and envelope. I did go ahead and add a little more dots in the coral and the mint color. Kind of add a little more fun element to this. So this is a pretty quick and simple card. I also made another one here, and this one is made in the same color palette. And for the sentiment, I just cut it out very simply, and I just V'd the ends to make a little banner. Inside I did the same way. So here are 2 very quick and simple cards. These can be a 1-layer cards if you really wanted. You could just stamp this sentiment right onto the card base. I think that would look great. And you could add the coloring or not. Either way, I think they would look nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will be back very soon with another card tutorial. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.